Hey sweetie, it's Renee. We're going to do your spirit guide reading. Using the Goddess Guidance Oracle as well as the Everyday Witches Tarot. Whoops. So first I have a few cards that represent your guide. Oh, and we have a lot of water energy here. The King of Cups and Sedna, and the Goddess card. I'm going to read the message here since it's a guidance card. Infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. This is an abundant universe filled with more than enough for everyone. Yet the energy format of this planet is about polarities. In this instance, it's about giving and receiving, the key to balance the two. If you only give, you'll feel drained, resentful, and experience lack. If you only receive, you won't enjoy what you have. Balance comes from fearlessly giving as you're guided and then receiving with joy and gratitude. It's exactly like breathing. Both the inhale and the exhale are identically important. Practice giving and receiving daily, and you'll never want for anything. So your guide appears here, and I'm getting the name Pam. I feel like we have feminine energy. Feminine, but also very caring, like that King of Cups. Very like combined masculine and feminine energies here. Very strong. But I feel as though Pam is like a figure who's watching out for you, trying to make you feel and see that everything is going to be okay, that things moving forward may sometimes be confusing or feel as though not everything is going in your way, going the way you've planned or the way you've been preparing, and but she's still there at your side. And I feel, we have many different guides, and Pam comes today, I feel like, to work on your heart energy. So maybe for love, future love, finding romance, feeling and trusting that you are capable of, or not capable, but you are worthy of love that's coming your way in the future. Get the vibe of someone named Kevin being important. I'm not really sure if that's a romantic partner or a friend coming up, maybe someone who introduces you to a romantic partner, but I get that name Kevin coming in strong here for someone in your everyday life, going to bring love your way. Message your guide would like to give you right now is you're not going to be able to see everything that's coming. You really have to have trust and faith in yourself and in the universe and your guide, your divine, whomever you practice and believe with, and have that faith that they're looking out for your best interest, and that love is definitely coming your way. So I feel like sometimes you can get kind of frozen. It's like you're a planner. Really like to be able to see the steps as they're laid out and what's coming next and what will be occurring for you in the future. You like to see, if I take this job, where is my growth going? If I start this interest or hobby, where is the growth going? It's a lot about wanting to see the steps as they roll out. And I feel like in love, your spirit guide is telling you that you're going to have more trust and faith and have less focus on needing to see how everything is rolling out towards you. Oh, the Knight of Cups, who is our most romantic knight. Something your guide has been trying to convey to you that you may not have been receptive to in the past or unable to hear. Love is on the way. Love is coming for you. It definitely feels like this is a message today of trust and faith and knowing that love is coming. I just got the vibe of Shakespearean plays or Shakespearean books. Something here with Shakespeare, though, coming your way. So I feel like this is maybe someone coming into your life. Maybe they're more playful, more hard on the sleeve, more silly and fun, and enjoys, maybe they do creative ventures instead of some kind of technical work. So maybe they are an actor in a play, a little play theater near you, or a local artist, or own a museum or something like this. But I get a lot of energy here about creativity, and a lot here where it's been kind of I wouldn't say the person you avoided necessarily in the past, but I feel like you were focused on finding someone who fit in specific criteria as far as maturity and seriousness and work. And the person who feels right for you, though, it seems more goofy rather than serious. It may be like a balancing out kind of factor, like you're more lighthearted in some areas and heavy-hearted in others, and then they balance you because they are the opposite in those areas, and the good balance there. But it feels like instead of seeking the balance, you've seeked people who are more matching you in these different areas. Also maybe have turned back or ignored, not accepted, or believed a flirtation from someone who was a little bit more opposite of you in these aspects. How to be more open to messages from your guide in the future. And we have the Star card. Oh, I lost my cup for a second. So the Star card comes up. Get the vibe of needing to put your spiritual life more in a forefront of your day, a more specific time of your day, maybe first thing in the morning before you do anything else. Just taking a few minutes for your spiritual life in order to strengthen that connection. Now, this could be something like, having a spiritual book or even a self-help book that helps you look into yourself and release some of your shadows. It could be, excuse me, it could be getting more sleep. Eating healthier foods, like starting your day right with like a healthy breakfast, lots of fruits, or whatever a healthy breakfast is for you. But definitely getting the vibe of putting the spiritual side of you first in the day, whether that is specifically in the morning or if it is later on in the day and you need to really put aside, set aside 8 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock at night or whatever it is to, take some time to meditate or check in with yourself, do spell work or pray or whatever it is that you want to do that makes you feel closer, spiritually connected. This to me is where you need to put your focus in order to just make this spirit guide connection something that is more habit, more of your daily life, more of something that is going to be just easier and quicker to tap into for you. And what is your guide currently helping you with on your path? And we have the Queen of Wands. So this is a very sexual or passionate, fiery, it could be revolving around your work life, because for some people, like, that passion and drive and excitement is in their work life, and it's not like in the bedroom, or it's not, gosh, I don't know, like, not a craft or not writing, but it's, work. It's very much focusing on work. And that kind of energy is something that your guide Pam is helping you with right now, helping you harness, create, look more into it, feeling passion and excitement in certain areas. I feel like there's been maybe some steps of spiritual awakening, maybe some synchronicities and deeper connections with the universe you've been getting in touch with and feeling lately, that your guide is just helping you with. So a lot here with trying to awaken certain things within you, certain qualities within you that that are going to help you in the long run. So it doesn't feel to me like you're supposed to be at some kind of stopping point or some kind of raised point, if you know what I mean. Like, it doesn't feel like you're supposed to have reached a high elevation at this point in some area of your life. It feels very much like a lot of things awakening and growing and just gaining excitement within. And so I was looking here, there's a lot of water energy that comes up in your reading. Water energy is emotions. It's also intuitiveness. I'm not going to list everything. There's a lot of things that come with water energy, but those are the things that are sticking out to me right now for you. Is your intuition and your emotional side. Definitely working with your emotions instead of trying to hold them down or allowing them to run you. Putting yourself in a place where you're going to find that balance and work with them and trust and faith that everything is coming your way. It feels like there's a lot of fear sometimes that can weigh on you emotionally. Fear about things not turning out how you want, fear of being alone, fear of making the wrong decisions. And this can cause you to hit that stalemate, that quiet moment where you don't move forward, and you sit and you wait for deeper or louder signs from the universe. I really feel as though Spirit is just wanting to work with you with your water energy, your emotions, your fears. I feel like a lot of cleansing salt baths for you. I feel oh yeah, and then I just shuffled. I should have grabbed the card before I shuffled it in, but the shadow card, I just saw it was the moon, and that is the card of the Pisces, the card of dreams and emotions, and just feeling more emotionally heightened and more in connection with your feelings. And a lot of times, as we're going through big events, big stressors in life, this can cause us to be overrun by our emotions, have nightmares, have dreams that are highly confusing, but we're trying to work things out within them. And the moon card popping up here, again, it speaks to intuition, letting out what's inside and working with that. So much water energy coming up for you. I'd really encourage you, just the vibes that I'm getting is what's coming through right now. I'd really encourage you to look further, if you are so inclined, into water energy and how it may work with your sign, how you are, and actually you are a Pisces, right? Yes, I believe so. So a lot of water energy within you that's trying to get out, a lot of psychic ability trying to get out at this time in your life. a lot of that just feels like it's tied in with your love life, your feelings of being loved, being worthy of love, wanting to find love. A lot of that feels connected, and it feels as though there's probably some shadow work that needs to be done, some looking deeper into some of the pains from the past that have weighed down on you. Saying shadow work, I'm getting the Crystal Visions Tarot right now for you. So a lot of shadow work that you possibly need to go in and look at yourself, look at, past relationships in your life. Whether they're your own romantic relationships or romantic relationships of people who were highly influential and important in your life, say parents, grandparents, best friends that started dating in second grade and got married, whatever. But a lot here with looking into those relationships very deeply and seeing if there are any that are creating that fear around you still. Fear of being cheated on, fear of being taken advantage of, fear of violence, fear of negative words being spoken towards you, emotional abuse. So find these and see, are these your fears? Are these your your thoughts and emotions? Did these things happen to you, or are you carrying the baggage of other people who have had these horrible things happen to them and allowing these to weigh on you and kind of darken your lower your vibration as far as finding love and darken your spirit when it comes to feeling confident and happy with yourself. All right, let's see here. So Knight of Cups came up reversed, Queen of Cups, Six of Pentacles reversed, the Emperor. So definitely getting the vibes here of a dominating male in your life, whether this was someone you were with or a family member, a friend's family member, whatever. But I feel like a dominating male, I feel like negative energy, like they did not know how to deal with their own emotions. They let them rule them, like perhaps they blew up very easily, they got angry, they allowed their angry side to come out, or they were physical with people, or they just were completely completely opposite, like they couldn't deal with their emotions, so they just shut them all down. But if you feel like Queen of Cups, like you're in your emotions, you feel you're definitely wanting to find someone who's got that vibe, who can speak on your level, go through things on your level, and it feels like there is this fear with this reversed Knight of Cups and the Emperor combined, and then the reverse Six of Pentacles of just not knowing how someone will turn out, not knowing how they'll change, not knowing if they present their truest self at the time that you guys come together. So I do feel like a male energy sometime in your life that has been created fear inside of you of accepting love, because accepting love means that you are allowing yourself to become vulnerable, and it means that you are giving someone else the chance to hurt you, and it really scares you. So I feel like working on that, you can do healing meditations, letting go meditations. There's a lot of free and wonderful guided meditations over on YouTube and lots of other places online that you can go to kind of start working through some of that. Also, picking up a book like Warrior Goddess Training, great book, teaches you how to get back into your own skin and release those fears that others have created upon you, especially if you've had a negative masculine energy within your life. So away from that energy there, we're pulling a few animal spirit cards. oracle, so I'll read from the book, but I just want to get a little bit of a general message here from Spirit too, because I feel like a lot has been around your emotions and your love life throughout the reading, and I just wanted to get a sense of anything else you need to be aware of at this time, anything else coming up. So we get the Gazelle for very recent past. One of these days I'm going to get this camera figured out for where the cards need to be. So heightened awareness, ability, and vulnerability. The Gazelle represents supreme grace. With every move, this awe-inspiring beauty emits sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, bordering on hyper-vigilant, and this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much time cultivating. No more worrying about all those predators out there in the wild. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. So some ways to bring this into balance is food that's good for you, yin yoga, and a cozy home. Getting a lot of blankies. I don't know if it's cold or warm or what it is where you are. I know it's freezing here today. So, blankies, or just clean and feeling comfortable, confident within your home, feeling like everything is how it should be within your physical home. So perhaps some clearing out some old energies. Yes, and going into bat. Yes. So clearing out some old stuff and just making it a place that really works for you. Feng shui, if that is something that intrigues you. But feels like that will help you calm down somewhat on some of these fears. It also feels like maybe those student loans you make mention to, going ahead and get out the budget, get out the complete how much you owe, when you're going to pay it off, exactly how you'll pay it off. Like maybe go through, maybe there's some stuff you can sell or get rid of, or places you can cut out finances to get yourself in a place where you can pay everything off a little bit sooner. But it definitely feels like there is a lot of stress and energy and emotions going on for you right now that are all very much at the surface and bubbling out. And by kind of clearing your space, even your mental space, is how you're going to get through that kind of time. It may have been that you got some recent bad news in the past 2 weeks to a month about finances, or just like, there was more that needed to go out than you realized, or something like that. But feels like mind hyper aware. The bat coming up is darkness, letting go, death leading to rebirth. So definitely a lot to at this present time. Some stuff sitting in your way of moving forward, that you could definitely release and let go of. Really try to figure out what in your home, what in your mental space, finances, wherever it is that's drawing that stress and drawing you to stay up at night and recalculate and refigure things out. Get into that area and really break it apart and see what you can do to change it. The octopus, reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and direction. So going into the future, the guidance here is to take space to yourself and talk therapy, which is kind of, I feel like we got some of that vibe earlier. You don't have to necessarily go see a counselor. You don't necessarily even have to have someone in the room. It could be just writing, writing in a journal, working things out deeply, trying to get to more of the center of something, like the creamy filling that is creating a heaviness within you, getting to those points and dissecting them and taking them apart and taking out the things that that really need to go. It feels like not getting these things out of you somehow, not, whether it's, physical home cleansing, mental space, checkbooks, whatever, all these things, it feels like they're leading up to you feeling very, if you don't get on top of it now, like being very, very direct, really, really figuring it out. It feels like you're going to be in a place where your mental energy cannot sit still, cannot comprehend, cannot work forward, and you're going to be like a little bit all over the place and trying to start new projects and having things kind of fall apart consistently around you. And so it feels like it's really important to get a handle on these things right now. It may be, writing down a budget. It may be getting a day planner and sticking to it. It may be doing feng shui in a couple of the rooms of your home, at least the bedroom or something, but just getting stuff out of the house. There's a thing I was reading the other day. A great place that we use for storage is underneath the bed, right? We put boxes of junk and stuff underneath of there, but it's like we're sleeping on top of all the stuff that we don't want to deal with, all the stuff that we're putting out of place, out of mind, instead of sleeping on top of stuff. Leave the space clear if you can, or use that for storage, for like sliding in and out drawers of like your winter wardrobe or your summer wardrobe, or other things, but not a place for you to store bills, to put old things that you need to go through, that kind of energy. But I don't know if you have that going on in your room or not, but definitely it feels like something feng shui in your room, or the room of your home that you spend your majority of your time in, creating, and you don't have to go and make it all perfect to the book or whatever, but there probably are some tips, if you start reading about it, that are going to be very they're going to resonate with you strongly, and you're going to feel like a pull from the inside to make those changes within your home, to clear up some of your energy and help you flow a little bit easier into your life. So that has been your spirit guide reading. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I will talk to you later. Okay, bye, sweetie.